Men never notice these signs a woman is obsessed with them. Leave a like on the video my love, and if you are new to the channel subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. When it comes to romance and love, guys, you can often be a little bit clueless. Sorry, even if a girl isn't obsessed with you, you could assume that she is, and you can also assume that a girl is only interested in you as a friend even though she is deeply in love with you. It's simply one of those issues that gender differences surely bring up. You won't always be able to agree with the female species since your emotional framework is dramatically different. You are not always going to be on that same page because of your different ways of communication as well. So, you should try harder to truly understand your girl, though you should constantly be aware of a girl's feelings for you, and you can't be so careless that you are totally unaware of a woman's feelings for you. That is just a little bit disrespectful and ignorant. So today, here are the signs that you should now be looking out for. Here we go. Like and subscribe. Music. She stalks you on social media. It can indicate that your girlfriend is obsessed with you if she feels the need to regularly check your profiles on social media. While sometimes checking your partner's social media profiles might be considered normal, if she is constantly doing so, this can suggest that she has a slight obsession with you. This may indicate that your girlfriend is trying to figure out more about you secretly and that she possibly doesn't trust you. If your girlfriend does not trust you, she can get obsessed with you and go through your social media profiles to learn more about you, especially if she is always keeping track of your followers and liked posts. While it can be disrespectful for a man in a relationship to follow up saying certain women on social media and like explicit pictures of them, your girlfriend should know whether you fall into that category or not by that point, at which point she should be able to decide whether to stay or break up with you. It doesn't benefit either of you to constantly check social media. She does your errands without asking. She really tries her hardest to make your life as comfortable as she can. She wants to prove to you that she is fully capable of looking after you. Now, it's a behavioral change that happens to us ladies when we fall for someone. We immediately go into this nurturing role. And speaking of behavior changes, let me tell you about a small behavioral change that you can make. You guys are interested in knowing what girls like, right? Well, your obsession and sometimes addiction towards adult content are just going to drive them away. Yeah, I bet you didn't think it would be a turnoff for us ladies, now did you? Quitting adult content can improve your dating and sexual life. Seriously, you look at women for everything that they have to offer, as opposed to just, the thing that you will see on websites. You gain confidence, self-esteem, a boost in your mental health, and a lot of other elements. And giving up the behavior isn't easy. So to effectively quit adult content, you need a companion like BlockerX. BlockerX is a complete system that helps you quit adult content for good, and at the flick of a switch, you can completely block adult content on all of your devices. It's that easy, and you can customize which websites, apps, and keywords you want to block. Now come on, it can be difficult to quit adult content, especially when you're surrounded with people who think it's normal to watch it. Plus, today's modern entertainment society is very, very stimulating, music videos, Instagram pics, etc. And that's where the BlockerX community can help you stay motivated. It has over 100,000 active members who are all trying to reach the same goal. Now, the most common problem with other blockers is that they can be uninstalled easily. However, with BlockerX, you can't uninstall the app unless permitted by your buddy. You also get access to tons of text and video resources that will help you in your daily life so that you're not alone. And BlockerX is also a one-stop solution to quit all tech addictions like social media, gambling, gaming, and a lot more. And it's just $2.99 per month per blocker. I strongly suggest getting BlockerX Premium. You get to use my promo code JOY20 to get 20% off your premium purchases and get 70% off a lifetime subscription. You can find the link in the pinned comment and description below. She checks in on you all of the time. If your girlfriend keeps asking you what you're doing, where you are, she could be keeping an eye out on you. She may be worried that you are seeing someone else and cheating on her. If she wants to know every single little teeny tiny detail about your life, this could indicate that she is obsessed with you and has some trust issues. If you feel that your girlfriend is constantly checking in on you, it might be an indication that she does not trust you. This could be a major issue in a relationship and lead to several disagreements. And this is tricky since some girls try to resolve their problems with trust by dominating their boyfriends and prying into every aspect of their life. Although it is not a long-term fix, some people find this behavior makes it easier for them to totally trust their relationships. Now if you think this could be the case, I would suggest talking to your girlfriend about the reasons that she doesn't completely trust you and find out what you can do to make things feel better for her. However, there comes a time when there is nothing more you can do but accept this is her behavior for the long haul and walk away. She is quite touchy with you. She has probably grown to feel a certain level of comfort with you. If she becomes sensitive around you, it shows her trust in you and her want to be near you. Now she's using her touch to try to make you feel her love for you. She gets jealous when you spend time with your friends. Your girlfriend may be obsessed with you if she is jealous of the time that you spend with your friends. Being with your pals should be normal for any healthy relationship. She may be obsessed with you if she constantly begs you to spend time with her rather than your friends, or if she becomes unhappy whenever you go out to see them. Now, as it turns out, maintaining friendships with your friends and leading a balanced life may be difficult if your girlfriend is jealous of the time that you spend with your friends. She spends her alone time with you. Even while she enjoys spending time with you she especially enjoys it when you can share personal space together. She also constantly asks you if you two can get together for some alone time. Does your girlfriend want to be with you all of the time? That can be an indication that she has a crush on you and doesn't want to be without you. If she tries to spend time with you all of the time, she could be worried that if you have any free time away from her, you will lose interest in her. She should be comfortable with you taking some time to yourself if she really cares about you. If your girlfriend is always asking you to hang out together, she could be obsessed with you and wants you all to herself. She pays great attention to what you say. When it comes to the things you say, she pays close attention to every last detail. She genuinely makes an effort to pay attention to what you have to say and to remember every little detail, and everything you tell her stays in her mind. She always calls or texts you. It may be an indication of her obsession with you if your girlfriend texts or calls you non-stop. You should both be comfortable with occasional silence in your conversations if you and your partner want to have a healthy relationship. You could feel obligated to answer her calls, texts, or emails if your partner is obsessed with you, and she might need to be linked to you at all times if she communicates constantly. If you have a busy life or simply need some alone time, this may be an issue. There is nothing wrong with calling or texting your partner to check in on how things are going during the day, but when you feel under pressure to return your partner's goals or messages straight away, this is an issue. Your girlfriends might get upset if you don't return her calls or emails if you have a lot of work to do at the workplace, for instance. Because you didn't answer as fast as she expected, she could even say that you're with another woman. And this is where things become complicated because while she could be a little anxious if you don't respond for a while in general, not responding to a text for an hour or two shouldn't cause her to worry in that way. She might not trust you if you tell an obsessional girlfriend that you are at work and are not able to return her calls at this time. She could even phone your place of employment and arrange a meeting. She is obviously obsessed with you if she does this. She initiates and prolongs the conversations. She is very interested in connecting with you and talking to you. If this is the case, she also works very hard to make you notice her. Always tries her hardest to keep the conversation going with you and does not want the conversation to ever end. The choice is ultimately up to you. The only person who can tell if her actions deserve ending the relationship or if she can change is you. If you notice several of these signs, you might be better off living alone because obsessive love can typically be quite toxic for the both of you. But you might be able to resolve these issues with your partner through open communication and sincere conversations. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Girls can't resist these 7 types of guys. Women find this super attractive. How come some guys have all the luck with women while other men are left waiting for a girl to notice them? It's a complex mix of things, but the most important is the personality. Women are attracted to certain types of personalities, and when it comes to which personality they would like, well, it depends on whether they are looking for a man they want to marry or when they want to have a little bit of fun with. So, these 2 types of personalities are clearly very different, but most guys will have these personalities over their lifetime. And today's video, I'm going to let you in on a secret that will have the women flocking towards you. You are going to learn what the archetypal personalities are and then the personalities of 7 types of guys women can simply not resist. But before we dive in, if you are enjoying our daily content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, what are the archetypal personalities? You may have never heard of the word archetypal before in your life, but it actually goes all the way back to Carl Jung, who is a psychologist and psychiatrist from Switzerland. Carl Jung proposed and developed the extroverted but also the introverted archetypal personality types that we all fit in today. Archetypes are inborn models of people's behaviors and personalities that all play a role in influencing human behavior. So, you're probably thinking, how can these types of personality traits help you with the ladies? Well, these archetypal personality types were passed down to us from our ancestors. Women are primed to be attracted to those types of personalities for different reasons, which means that women can simply not resist these personality types. So let's take a closer look at the 7 personality types that women love. Number 1, the lover, also known as the romantic. The lover is the guy who is straight out from a rom-com. He loves to be romantic and he goes above and beyond to perform romantic gestures for the lady that he loves. He is willing to invest his time and money in extravagant dates but also believes that thoughtful gestures are just as important. A romantic guy is likely to send flowers to his date's house, help her carry her shopping in the house, and always pay for dinner. Now, the ladies love this type of gentleman because, well, it's the type of man that they have seen in the movies growing up. Ladies love to be treated well, spoiled, and the center of attention. And women look for this type of man when they need someone to fuss over them and take care of them. She will also be able to let that romantic side show and really flourish as well, which ladies absolutely enjoy. The second type is the confident, also known as the hero. Every guy wants to be the hero at some point in his life. The confident guy is 100% secure in himself and sure of himself. He is assertive at work and in his own life without being over the top. The confident guy shows that he can take control of a situation without being aggressive. And when in a relationship, this guy does not feel threatened by other guys because, well, he knows what he brings to the table. And he wants a girl who can handle this confidence. So women have naturally been attracted to the confident men. They want someone that can take control and assert their power in a nice, kind way. A confident guy does not try to get the ladies to like him, he certainly would never chase them. He waits for them to come to him, and when they do, then they have to win him over. The clever guy, also known as the sage. The clever or sage guy is full of knowledge. He understands the workings of the world and is an expert at his chosen topic. This clever man does not wave his knowledge and never makes someone feel dumb. He simply offers great conversation and can talk to anyone that you throw at him, including friends and family. Now women love this type of man because he is oh so interesting. He always has something to bring to the table and can chat for ages without getting bored. An intellectual connection can often last much longer than a physical connection. So if a relationship is based on this, well, it's a brilliant start. The considerate guy. This type of guy asks if you would like a cup of tea in the morning. He also helps the old lady cross the road and carries your shopping for you. He cares about your feelings, and because of this, he attracts friends from all over the place. He is more attuned to her emotions and cares about how the girl is feeling. And a woman loves the considerate guy because, well, he cares about her. He will always be there to look after her and put her first. He would always be polite, not just to her but to also her friends, her family, pretty much everyone around him. The considerate guy is the ultimate winner. She will spend her time going from guy to guy picking unavailable guys who are not ready to commit, but then who does she end up with? The considerate guy who can do the distance and will last. And at this point, she's probably looking for marriage and someone who can really commit to her, which is this guy. Next, we have the artist, also known as the creator. The creative guy brings a lot to the table for a lady. He is normally more passionate about things, and although creative, he's quite goal-focused. He might be focused on finishing a work of art or completing his arts degree. Either way, he is laser-focused while also being naturally creative. He gets lost in his work and can spend hours feeling his creative flow when needed. And women love this type of passion because he is so passionate about his creative work, it means he can also be passionate about her. They also love learning about his work and hearing about what is the next thing he has come up with. His dedication to his creative side is something that she really does admire. And if she is creative, then they too will be a great match and will stand the test of time. The explorer, also known as the traveler. The explorer is also known as the guy who is not from around here. He travels far and wide, collecting stories and women along the way. He is wise and full of interesting things. This type of guy is also a mixture of the cultures he's visited, and he's not like every other guy in her area. He's different because, well, he's adapted to those different places he's been. The explorer tells others about his travels without gloating or making a big deal about them. He is not someone who likes to show off, but he will share his stories if asked. Women love this type of guy because he is so cultured. He has spoonfuls of charm and charisma, but he's also a little bit mysterious but has a lot to talk about, which fascinates her. A woman who is curious about the world or has not had a chance to travel will often go towards this type of gentleman. The outlaw, also known as the bad boy. Last but not least is the outlaw. This guy is mysterious. He dates multiple women. He is a complete badass. He goes where the wind takes him, and well, this leads him on many adventures or sometimes straight into trouble. A bad boy could ride a motorcycle or own a fast car. His spirit is always young, and he never seems to age. He lives the way he lives, and is only interested in really dating women as opposed to entering into a serious relationship with them. But women still love this type of guy, but more so when they are looking for that quick fling or someone to date just as a short-term thing. A bad guy does add that rush of excitement to their lives and keeps them wanting more. Usually, though, they will only end up dating for a couple of months, but these months will often be some of the best months of her life. Even though he's not really boyfriend material in her mind, he will always be the one that simply got away. Which brings me to the question, what type of guy are you? Now, the thing about brand personality archetypes is that people are often a mixture of many. You can also have different archetypes throughout your life as you grow. Sometimes being the lover and other times being the bad boy. You might be thinking that you have had a few of these personality types, but you've just not really realized it before. And if you want to be the man that women cannot resist, then you need to work on bringing these traits out and making them more noticeable around the ladies. So think about the type of lady that you would like to attract. For example, are you looking for a relationship or just someone to have a little bit of fun with? And then you can adjust your personality around her according to the type of personality that we discussed in today's video. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. How to seduce women, the most effective tips for making girls want you, art of seduction. It is easy to get caught up in the idea of dating when you and the woman of your dreams have already moved past the stage of knowing whether you are each other's types. Even women do that a lot, daydreaming about you going out for a movie, having those coffee dates, going out on staycations, and lots of other stuff. But before our imaginations get even bolder and grander, let's try to keep our feet on the ground and try to stay in the present moment. Because none of these ideas you have will actually come true if you fail the very first and the most crucial stage of dating, that is the art of seduction. And as much as we think we can deny it, physical and mental attraction are such a huge deal, they matter so much. So how do you actually make a woman want you? First things first, have a quick self-check and ask yourself this very simple question, am I even attractive in the first place? What makes you attractive to the ladies? Do you have many things going on for you? If so, then think about them and make sure you really do think. If you're at the peak of your career, this is a good thing. Maybe you just got promoted or you had a salary increase. Maybe you are a digital nomad where you get to move from one place to another, this is attractive. Maybe you are a musician or a painter. The point is, whatever it is you are into, make sure that it is interesting enough to pique the attention of your lady. Women tend to lean towards guys who know themselves very well. So, do a lot of inner work and ask yourself who you really are and what makes you interesting. Invest in your physical looks. Let's be very real for a second, no one really wants to date someone that does not look presentable and looks like they are not taking care of themselves, right? I mean, the same for you guys, you wouldn't want to go on a date with a lady that doesn't care about how she looks. And it's not that we're being superficial about putting so much importance on face value, but a man who looks good overall, the smell included, sends an automatic signal to a lady that, he must be taking good care of himself. And if you care enough about yourself, then you would do things to improve your outer appearance. Working out on the regular and becoming fit is a side effect of taking care of your physical health. Observing proper hygiene is another side effect of good self-care. Wearing presentable clothing. Now you don't need to be in a suit when you go out on dates, just something smart casual is just as good enough, but just make sure that you are mixing and matching the appropriate color and style of clothing because women are very observant in nature, so they do tend to notice the little tiny things about you. And have I mentioned the importance of smelling good? Nothing turns a lady on faster than a gentleman who smells good. Physical looks do matter, and like we said before, you are looking for a woman who looks beautiful, but in return, you have to make yourself look good too. So, that out the way, now you've spent that ample time investing in yourself inside and also out, it's the high time where you do the actual steps when you're in front of a woman that you want to charm. Let's talk all about body language. I do want to remember a guy that I dated who just could not look me in the eye for more than a second. He would always end up moving his eyes away from mine whenever we were engaged in a conversation, and I could tell there and then that he was a very shy person. He didn't feel confident about himself to look me straight into the eye when talking, and we never went on a second date. So, it's important that you maintain strong eye contact with your date and make sure that your body is positioned in such a way that's facing her directly, not slightly away from her, because that sends the signal that you feel uncomfortable and that you don't really want to be around her. And have you ever heard of the mirroring effect? It basically means you copy discreetly what someone else does. So, you try to mirror her actions. Where are her hands on the table? If they're on the table, then you put your hands on the table. Is she using hand gestures like this when she's talking? Then you do the same thing. If she starts to laugh, then you laugh when she does. This will make you both feel that you are on the same page and getting along amazingly well. Just make sure you don't go overboard and copy her actions and words to the T, because that's going to be weird for sure. So before going on dates, if you want to try this practice in front of the mirror first just to see how natural you would look when you were actually going out with her. And if you are trying to seduce a lady, then, well, you should be physical, right? That is a huge no to the ladies. So guys, please do not touch her on the first date, not even on the second or the third date, that's a little bit too early and it may drive her away. So instead, you wait for her signs for her to touch you first, get very, very flirty, and then you know that you can initiate the same thing. Make sure you show your interest, and you do this through strong body language. Make her laugh. This is a fun fact. Did you know that women find it very, very difficult to laugh around someone that they don't like? Why? Well, when someone is laughing, it's an indicator that that person is having a great time. So that's why if you've ever had an argument with a lady and you tried to make her laugh, she has the most stiffest face ever. She's trying to let you know that nope, she doesn't want to connect with you in that moment. So if you are able to make your date laugh, then it means she likes being in your company, she's relaxed. So be witty, make those conversations light but not too serious. However, you also have to make sure that you are not trying super hard to impress her, because she's gonna notice that and she's gonna think, he's really forcing it right now, a little bit strange. But if you follow my first 3 pieces of advice, then making her laugh should come extremely easy. Compliment her. Men like to be complimented. You love to hear great things about you, don't you? Because you are amazing. Not just about your physical looks, but your career, your aspirations, your interests, your hobbies. How does it make you feel when you are complimented? You feel incredible, you feel amazing. So men and women are very, very similar in this regard, because the ladies love to hear compliments too. You may start off by giving her compliments about how she looks the moment you first see her. Maybe she looks incredible in the dress that she's wearing. If so, tell her. Maybe you like the fact that her hair is put up in a very sleek style. Does she look beautiful and dazzling? Well, then compliment her and be specific on what it is exactly that you find attractive in her. And then as you move forwards with that date and you've had a fair exchange of stories and lots of exchanges of laughter, then you can let her know that she seems like an extremely fun person to be around. So drop those compliments here and there, but just make sure that you are not overdoing it. If you give compliments every time you see her, she could totally misinterpret it as something else, and that you're just trying to quicken things up to go to the bedroom, or that you are trying to put her up on a pedestal. Get to know her. Pay attention to her likes and also the dislikes. A woman wants to feel seen and heard, so if you are paying full attention to her during the date, then make her feel that you are serious about her. It also makes you look like a good listener as well. If you can remember things about her specifically, you can then talk about it on the next dates. So take note of the things that she likes doing. What are the favorite foods she enjoys? Maybe you can treat her to an Italian on the next date because she told you she likes pasta. Does she like listening to pop or R&B? Then you play that genre in the car when you guys are on the way to the restaurant. Women appreciate it when men do these things, and when they see you making a lot of effort into getting to know them, it makes them feel more inclined to lean on you, and it gets easier for women to trust you if they know you are listening because they are going to think, this man just gets me, I like him. So pair this up with the other techniques that I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure that you are going to make her feel very crazy about you. The art of seduction can come in a variety of different forms, but at the core of it, it's confidence. You will see that in every technique that I shared with you in this video. You have to be confident about yourself because no one really wants to date someone who is not sure of themselves. So you have to make sure that you have established and clarified what you want in a relationship and what you want in life in general before you go around seducing the ladies. Now, is there something else that you want to share with us? What techniques have you used in the past to seduce women that have worked for you? Share them with us in the comments section below, and I'll see you soon. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know down in the comments, give me a huge thumbs up, and consider subscribing to make my day. But if you want to get your name rolling up next to my face like these amazing people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below to find out a little bit more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.